What's going on, guys? I hope you are doing well today. Listen, someone asked me, can you please do a video on this topic? And so I'm going to be doing a video on this. Listen, guys, I want to hear your experience on this. Please leave it in the comment section. Have you had any experience with tarot cards, palm reading, horoscopes? I'll even throw in Ouija boards. I heard some wild and crazy stuff from people who've been involved in this. So I want to hear your experience. Have you ever dabbled in this? Have you ever indulged in this? And so just would like to hear that in the comment section. And so, guys, listen, we're going to talk about this from a Christian perspective. Should a Christian be involved in any of these three things? Palm reading, tarot cards, or reading horoscopes. I think in order for us to really get a good understanding here, let's look at this word divination. Divination is the practice of seeking a knowledge of the future or unknown by spiritual means. Palm reading, also known as palmistry, has its roots in Greek mythology. People who practice this believe they can interpret one's character, their future, and possible future events by reading the lines, the marks, the palm of a person's hand. This is a form of divination. Now, when we look at tarot cards, in the 1400s, tarot cards was just a game. It was just a game that was being played. But in the 1700s, it turned to more than that. In the 1700s, the occultists changed the tarot card, creating a new type of deck that featured spiritual symbols on the cards and assigning them ancient meanings. And so we've all seen movies on this. People getting their tarot cards read or whatever, and it's the symbol of death and different things like that. It was then promoted as more of a form of divination, seeking spiritual guidance through supernatural rituals. Horoscopes, astrology falls again under this telling of the future or a person's character traits from reading horoscopes. You can act a certain way or react a certain way, behave a certain way because you're a Leo or a Gemini. This is also this word. Here it is again, divination. I see Christians place more faith in their horoscope sign rather than what God says about them in the Bible. Now, are there any spiritual implication to practicing these? Is there any danger? This is the burning question here. Well, let's go to scripture. 2 Kings 17 says, "Then they made their sons and their daughters pass through the fire and practiced," here's his word, "divination and enchantments, and sold themselves to do evil in the sight of the Lord, provoking him." Deuteronomy 18:10 through 12 says, "There shall not be found among you anyone who burns his sons or his daughter as an offering. Anyone who practices divination," that word again, "or tells futures, fortunes, or interprets omens, or a sorcerer or a charmer or a medium or a necromancer, or one who inquires of the dead. For whoever does these things is an abomination to the Lord." These practices fall under more so of the occult umbrella than it does anything Christian. And it could open you up to things that are damaging to your spiritual well-being. It definitely does not fall under what a Christian should be doing. You see, a Christian trusts and believes in the sovereignty of God, and they are confident in his plans for their life. So they don't need to do these things or want to engage in them at all. So guys, I hope this helps you out on this topic of should a Christian indulge in these things. I know sometimes these things are kind of just seem kind of innocent, harmless, reading a horoscope. But trust me, if you continue to engage in these things as a Christian, you do open yourself up to things that can be damaging to your spiritual health, your spiritual well-being. And you, again, be confident in what God says about you. We ultimately know how the story ends. And so this need to wanting to know the future events. Listen, as a Christian, we should not be indulging in those things. We should not get involved in that. So if you are, I would advise you, please stop. Okay, guys, listen, again, would love to hear you guys in the comment section on this. Have you been involved in any type of witchcraft or something like that, or had a family member that was involved in certain things that you saw or been a part of? And so, guys, listen, be bold, be blessed, but most importantly, be biblically constructed.